Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here. Another Coffee with Coach episode to start your day. Again, purpose of the videos is if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, aren't feeling too good about yourself, don't have the right mindset. The purpose of these is to just help you put your mind in the right mindset. So, got a pretty good one here today. Want to share with you and then go into it like I always do and kind of share some experiences with you here. So just give me 1 second. Alrighty. So today, again, I'm still back in the Jocko book, but I'm also going to share a little bit of the David Goggins with you. And again, if you don't know who David Goggins is, man, you got to. And hopefully by now, by reading the Jocko book, you got a pretty good understanding of who he is as well. Morning, broski. So David Goggins and Jocko together is kind of like a good combination of way to just, something to kick you in the butt to where if you're feeling down and feeling a little weak, these guys will definitely help you, get your mind put in the right position there. So questions. All right, let me go into questions. That's what this chapter is. It says, knowledge is a powerful tool. It is the master of your tools. It is where your tools come from, because without knowledge, there is nothing. Let's take that one step further. Knowledge is the ultimate weapon. It trumps all other weapons. Thought is what wins. The mind is what wins. Knowledge is what wins. And you gain knowledge by asking questions. What questions should you ask? Simple. Question everything. Don't accept anything as truth. Question it all. When you don't understand a word, get out the dictionary. When you don't understand a concept, break it down until you do. When you don't know how something works, dig into it until you do. Ask every question that comes to mind. That is how you learn. And most important, question yourself. Question yourself every day. Ask yourself, who am I? What have I learned? What have I created? What forward progress have I made? Who have I helped? What am I doing to improve myself today, to get better, faster, stronger, healthier, smarter? Is this what I want to be? Is this all I've got? Is this everything I can give? Is this going to be my life? Do I accept that? Morning, Mr. Vince. Ask yourself those questions, those hard questions, and then answer them truthfully. And realize that all of us can do better. We can be better. And it starts when you begin to ask those questions, to ask the hard questions of yourself and find a path to progress and discipline and to freedom inside the answers. You got to go not only ask other questions about other things, but ask, more importantly, questions about yourself every day. Who am I? What have I learned? What have I created? What forward progress have I made? Who have I helped? I love that one right there. I'm always talking about, like, when you're not feeling good about yourself, you should try to help other people, even though that's hard to do. Help other people. And, you feel better about yourself because you help someone else. Okay, I'm always big on that. So I like to give back so much. And again, what am I doing to improve myself today to get better, faster, stronger, healthier, and smarter? Is this what I want to be or who I want to be? Is this all I've got? Is this everything I can give? Is this going to be my life, and do I accept that? Man, those are huge questions I think everyone needs to ask themselves every day, because you can get some really a good look into yourself and to see where you're at mentally and physically, along with everything else. And when I was running yesterday, I was listening to David Goggins' motivational video, and he's talking about a live autopsy, right? And so normally you have an autopsy when you pass away, and they'll go inside to figure out the cause of death or whatever the case is, and then they'll write all that down and let whatever your loved ones know, how it is that you passed. He's talking about a live autopsy about why waiting until then to figure out how you passed away? How about you do it now? Go to war with yourself. Go into the suffering that you're dealing with, the things that you're afraid of, what scarred you, how you got to where you're at, and then dissect all that and figure out what the problems were to get you there, and then basically like reverse engineer it to fix all those things. And when I was running, it really, really just grabbed a hold of me the way he said that, because I guess I never thought about it like that. The way he put it, a live autopsy, man, it just really hit home, because it's like, yeah, why don't we just do that all the time? Why wait until the end for someone to figure out to tell us, or to tell someone else, because they can't tell us anymore, what happened to us? Let's figure out what's going on now, what's happening now. And sometimes we're just so caught in the moment, and we're just dwelling on everything bad that's happening to us, and we're not dissecting the problem and trying to fix that problem. And that right there is just huge. I think if more people did that, went into why are they suffering, what they're scared of, what scarred them, and then try to stop those bleedings, try to fix those things, life would be so much better for a lot of people, including myself. So this is a good chapter here. It's just really getting into yourself and really digging deep into asking questions on everything and stuff like that. And like he's talking about, like the other day, I didn't know something about something I was reading in here. He's talking about the Battle of Somme, the Battle of Chosin, and all these other battles that I'm not really familiar with. And so what did I do? I looked them up, went to YouTube, typed in the battles, and then all of a sudden all these documentaries came up, and they're showing clips of all these warriors, these soldiers storming the beach, and all this horrible things that these guys went through, the suffering that these guys went through. So I had to do a little research. Jiu-jitsu is the same way. I always tell my students, just don't do something because I told you to do it. Like, ask questions, get into the mechanics of the move, why it works, how it works, why this, why that. It gets frustrating sometimes, because I'll tell students, like, there's no questions. You show a technique and there's no questions. It's like you got it on the first try, and it's like, man, that's impossible. Like, how are you getting that like so easy? Because when I was, white belt, blue belt, purple, like, I always raised my hand. Like, instructors, like, you got any questions? And my hand was the first one raised. Or after we got done training, I would always have questions on whatever problem I had with during the rounds that I had with whoever I had them with. I'd be like, hey, coach, like, so-and-so did this to me, or sweat me with this, or tap me with this. Like, how do you stop that? Like, how do you fix that? And then he'd give me the answer. And so I wouldn't have to struggle as hard or long the next time I came across that situation. And it's a funny story. Like, one time there was this guy, I don't even know if he trains anymore, but where I trained at, some guys would come over for some other gyms out in Dallas, and they would come and train. Well, this guy was a purple belt, and I think I was a white belt at the time, white, blue belt. And, at that time, there was a big separation between, like, purple belt and blue belt and stuff like that. This guy had a lot of experience. And he would come over basically to just kind of use, all of us as, like, jiu-jitsu dummies, to practice all his moves and stuff. And he really wasn't down to, like, share techniques. Like, if you ask me a question, I'm going to show you what I did to you, like, on the spot. I'm not going to, like, withhold information, right? But back then, this individual would do that. He really wasn't down to share the techniques. So anyways, after class, we got done rolling. I asked my coach, like, hey, what, so-and-so keeps doing this to me. Like, how do I stop that? And he's like, oh, you do this, do that, boom. And I'm like, and most of the time, it's kind of like tripped out, because it's like, man, it can't be that easy. And, normally it is that easy. It's just changing a grip or two, or position or whatever. And the guy that I was rolling with was still on the mat, and he overheard my coach giving me the details on how to stop the move. Man, he blew up, got super upset, came over and was like, you know how long it took me to learn that move, and how many private lessons I did in seminars, and how long I've been practicing that technique, and you're gonna just give him the answer like that, and blah 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 blah. And then, you know, it just got like, really got kind of awkward, right? And my coach had to go over and talk to him. And this guy isn't even like a student there. He's not paying any dues. He was just coming over to train because he was a good friends with my coach. But he was pretty hot because now I had the answer to what he was doing to me, and I was going to shut it down. And I was already giving him a hard time as it was, but you know, he was beating me on a certain move. So anyways, questions, whatever you don't know, ask. You know, whatever, like you said, you don't understand a word, pull out a dictionary. You know, you don't understand a concept, break it down until you do. You know, you don't know how something works, dig into it until you do. Ask questions that come to mind. This is how you learn. Ask questions about yourself every day. Don't wait until the end, until it's too late. Ask questions now. Ask questions today. Is this who you really want to be? Are you satisfied with who you are? Are you happy where you're at in life with the way you look, with the way your fitness is, the way you eat, the way you talk, the way you think, everything. Question everything. And if you're not happy with those, then get the answers to how to fix those things that you're not happy with, so that you can become better, faster, stronger, healthier, and smarter. So really, really good stuff to just kind of, you know, I wrote it down here on some notes when I got home from my run. But David Goggins, live autopsy, man. Do it now. Don't wait until the end. Don't wait until it's too late and you got to look back on life and be like, man, what if I would have did this, this, and this? Do it now. You know, ask those questions now. Write them down. What are you suffering from? What are you afraid of? What's scarring you? What's hurting you? And then fix those things, man. Ask questions, get into them, get those things fixed up so that you can live the next portion of your life much better, much happier, and healthier, you know. So really, really good stuff today. Questions, ask questions on the mat, ask questions at work, ask questions wherever you're at, get the answers, dig deep, and, you know, learn. That's why sometimes, you know, I get frustrated with my, with some students where it's like, you know, they feel like they're at a plateau, you know, just wherever you feel like you're at a plateau at. It's like, man, there's so much to learn every day. You know, I'm learning inside this book every day. You know, I'm learning, you know, when we're training, you know, on a daily basis, there's always something to learn and ask questions about. So keep learning, keep asking questions, stay positive, keep your mind in the right place. And again, don't wait until the end. Live autopsy every day. Find out what's hurting you and stop those things from hurting you, and then, you know, live a better life. All right, guys, I got things to do. You have a great day. We'll catch you next time. Have a good one.